My name's Rich, this is Renegade Rolls, and this is Tabletop Scotland. I'm here with Scott from Venger's Realm, Venger's Decks. It is lovely to meet you in the flesh.
And yourself, Rich, yeah.
Yeah, so how is the festival? How is the convention going for you so far?
It's going well. Obviously, this is the first time I've been here on a Friday, so you tend to find it's probably quieter on the Friday, and then it'll busy up on Saturday and Sunday when people aren't working and what have you, but it's been great. Even though it's quite a small convention compared to like UKGE, it feels bigger than it was before, but the good thing is you meet a lot of friendly faces and you recognise them from year to year, which is quite good. So it's great to see familiar faces coming back and even just stopping by and saying hi, which is great.
How do you rate the health of the TTRPG hobby in Scotland or generally worldwide just now? How's it looking from your expert perspective?
It's a strange one. I've been about the game since the late 80s, so it was up there and then it went down there and it was back up again, even further than it was before. I think it's more of an inclusive, welcoming hobby, whereas back in the day it wasn't really. It was if you were playing D&D and what have you, first of all you were way off mainstream. Whereas nowadays, a lot of new players are wanting to come in and try it if they've not tried it before. These days, you're more welcome into the hobby, whereas there was a bit of gatekeeping going on back in the day. And we never had conventions like this in Scotland, so that in itself is, credit to Dave and the team for setting this up and to build it, because we were here the first year and it was quite small and it's getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and now I think this is the second biggest in the UK, possibly. I'd like to see more conventions around the various parts of Scotland. There's smaller kind of craft fairs and things like that, but not conventions like this, certainly not at this scale. So I'd like to see more of that happening. I'm looking to try and start one in Glasgow, for example, so that's the kind of plan. It's just great to see how vibrant the community is these days. Absolutely.
What is the best dice?
Well, I can tell you what the worst dice is, a D4, because I've stood on it a few times, but it's got to be a D20, that's absolutely. I started, as I say, I've been playing for years and years, and I started and there wasn't a D20, it was never a D20 game, and now, that's the glory dice, of course, absolutely.
I'm joined by Gareth, who's from Farplace.
Yeah.
Tell us a bit about Farplace.
Farplace is an animal rescue centre based in County Durham, and we also give grants out to other rescues around the world.
But you're here partly as Animal Sanctuary, partly as seller of many board games as well.
We needed as a charity to diversify our income, and we wanted to make more money to help us and other rescues, so we started creating games.
Oh.
So this is a fundraiser for the charity as well as giving people something fun to do.
You mentioned as well that sort of the money raised from this, it goes to goes to charity. And you've got a Kickstarter, which will still be live as this video goes out. Can you tell us about that?
For the world #1 game about cleaning out litter trays, as you can see, because I don't think there is another game yet about cleaning out litter trays.
And a killer question I've been asking everyone today: what is the best dice?
Ooh. A big furry one, I would say.
Great choice. Yeah. I'm with John from Handiwork Games. Hi, lovely to meet you.
Nice to meet you too, yeah.
Tell me a little about what you've brought with us here, because there are so many interesting things.
Yeah, we do quite a lot of different stuff. So we're mostly tabletop role-playing game developer and publisher. We do all the stuff ourselves in-house. We've got 3 sort of main game lines here today, which are Beowulf Age of Heroes, which is for 5th edition, and that's for 1 player and 1 GM, which is a kind of unique selling point for that. You can play basically D&D with 1 person. The 2nd edition of a game called A-State, which is kind of its spiritual home, is kind of here. We're based in Falkirk. It originally came out from a company called Contested Ground Studios also based in Falkirk in the early 2000s, and we've brought it to Forged in the Dark rules. And then the third thing we've got at the show is Mask Witches of Forgotten Doggerland Redux Edition, which is the big thing for us today at the show.
Question I'm asking everyone: what is the best dice?
Oh, I can tell you that exactly because I've got them here. This is right. So it's definitely 6-sided dice because it is just the sort of platonic ideal dice. But these 6-sided dice are my favourite dice. They've got numerals on them and they look like something from a 1970s primary school. And I just absolutely love these dice more than is really quite okay, probably. I just think they're absolutely marvellous. Look at them. They're brilliant. I just think it's great.
Actually,
and then the wood is really nice.
Yeah,
sort of varnished in the style of the 1970s. There's something sort of, I don't know, Berlin about them. I don't know, just great Middle European.
Yeah.
I'm like, give me that back.
Yeah, we'll watch him like a hawk with that. Yeah. I am joined by Sasha from MacGuffin Games. Sasha, how are you?
Yeah, good, thank you. Yeah, thanks very much for having me.
Oh, you're very, very welcome. So, MacGuffin Games. Tell me the sales pitch, please. Make me buy stuff. Make these people buy stuff.
They're really good games. MacGuffin Company, that's me and my partner Johnny. We make smart games for cool weirdos. They're indie RPGs. We really love games that are easy to get to the table and that tell satisfying stories with a tight focus. So that might be a game. Pick Crawler is actually just launching today. That's a game that's just for 2. So it's really easy to get to the table because you only need to find one person to lock in a room with you. And that's kind of a choose your own adventure inspired game with a really great tone, and they've all got really great tones, but I love Pick Crawler.
How has Tabletop Scotland been so far for you?
Yeah, it's been really good. We've heard a lot about the atmosphere at this convention and how people are just very chill and very friendly, and that's been very much the case, so it's lovely to be here.
What is the best dice?
It's a D12. I'm always on this, right? It's a D12. Nobody uses a D12 enough. It's the most satisfying shape. It's a lot clearer. The sides are a lot clearer than a D20. D20s get out of here. You basically a ball at that point. D4 is too pointy. D6, it's been done. D10, no, it's an unsatisfying shape, and we've had too many games that use massive piles of them where you need too many. D8s, it's just the problem child, okay? The probability curve on it is just a bit whack. D12 is where it's at.
Back to you in the studio. Thank you, Rich. What a great roving reporter you are. I have had such a fun day at Tabletop Scotland. That was day 1 of 3. Thank you to everyone I met and spoke to today. You're all universally lovely. And you're also very good salespeople. I've bought, 1 or 2 games. If you want to come along yourself, all the details are at tabletopscotland.co.uk. I'll be back again on Saturday and Sunday at a table very near you if you're coming along, and I'll be rolling an improbable succession of ones. Cheers.